What it do, y'all? It's Mr. Rock Hard Everything in the building. Got my skate legends. You know what I'm saying? Kid on today for all my skaters. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I gotta show it. You know what I'm saying? Skate folks, we always like to have our name on stuff, you dig? Matching three-piece outfit. I'm out here. But this video is about people and their amazing load of crap. I was speaking with a person today. Ain't gonna say no names, no sexual orientations or what have you. But the discussion went very similar to this here. They were talking to some people about getting a service done. And with that service, I guess maybe they were debating about what the service should cost. And my issue with the whole thing was somebody said that it was too high. Here's my problem with that. I don't think nobody that owns their own business or runs or facilitates a business is too high. Everyone sets a price on what they value their stuff for. Like, for example, that job that you work for. That job says your position is, say, $13 an hour. That's their job, their position. Here's the deal. You're going to either take it or you're not going to take it. Here's the difference between that type of thing and this type of service. When you go to that job, that in a lot of situations is facilitated by another race besides black. You're going to go on that job. If you decide to negotiate, which 9 times out of 10 you don't attempt to negotiate. If you decide to negotiate and they tell you, well, I understand what you feel like you may be worth or your experience may be worth more, what have you, but this is what we can pay and this is what we're willing to pay. At that point, you're going to have to either say, okay, I choose the position, or okay, I don't choose a position. Anywhere it go, you can't be mad at the facilitator of that interview, whom is a representative of that job, that they value that particular service at, you know, $14 an hour, $15 an hour, whatever it is. Now, you can go home and tell your friends, you know, all girl or all guy, they had me effed up and, you know, X, Y, Z, element of P. I'm not finna do this and I'm not finna do that for that price. Here's the deal. You feel like your value was up there, you know, and they feel like the value for that service that you think is on this level playing field is not the same for them. You value it here and they value it there. Guess what? You're either going to say, again, you take it, you're fine with it, or you're not going to take it. But should you go back and bash them or whatever? My opinion, I think not. Because it's an indifference in where you are. You feel like, what the heck is this officer? You're having a field day. You feel like, you know, it was under what you should be paid. And that's fine. But it was advertised at this here. When you went to the interview, they told you, hey, this position pays this amount of money. If it was under your skill set to you, you should have just said, well, okay, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. This is not at a, you know, financial standpoint where I think I should be. So I appreciate your interview. I'm going to go ahead and step on out now. But I thank you. They may in turn ask you, well, what do you think you should be paid for this service? And maybe you can work it out from there. But 9 times out of 10, when they set their pay rates are right there. Now, they may offer the job at $14 an hour, but may be willing to go up to $15.50 for that position, you know, depending upon where you are. But still, at the end of the day, they're set where they're going to be. You're not going to change what they want to happen. So you shouldn't be mad at them just as well as they won't be mad at you. It's just business. It's nothing personal. If you facilitated your own business, you would be thinking and saying the same thing. You're going to say, okay, this service is $50. If somebody don't like that service and they tell you it's too high, it is too high for them. That means that they can't afford where you are. You shouldn't be mad at them. More importantly, you shouldn't put them down as well as they shouldn't put you down either. Here's my problem with that. This particular situation that I'm speaking about, a brand was created just like I created my own brand. And this is why it touched me so much, and this is why it pissed me off. And honestly, guys, we're on Monday now, but this part did mess up my no cussing Sunday, and I did an awful lot of cussing. I will not lie. But at any rate, I'm a business owner myself. I'm an entrepreneur myself. So I understand that, we work on a limited budget. We work 25,000, 100 million hours, because we're trying to facilitate where we are and trying to make it work with the budget that we work in. Some of us are working another job as well as facilitating our businesses in the whole 9 yards. So wherever we put our value is where we put our value. This particular situation, this person created something totally different. Totally different. And inside of creating something totally different, they gave the game up. You understand what I'm saying? And the way that they gave the game up was they shot videos so people could see what it is. They can also see how to do it. If you watch it enough, you'll be able to piece it together. So now you have people doing something that they created on their own, doing it for half the amount of money. Okay, so when people get to talking about, this particular service, they're saying that this service is too high. No, it's not too high. I'm going to go ahead and jump out on a ledge here and say, motherfucker, you can't afford it. And if you can't afford it, that's fine. There's no problem with not being able to afford it. But don't tell no motherfucker that owns their own business, that grinded for where they are, that their shit is not, important to them. Their shit is not worth what they told you that it was worth. I don't care if you're speaking to that person or if you're speaking to somebody else privately. If they say that that's what it is, that's what it is. When they tell you how much the Mex costs, you don't question them and tell them the Mex that how you buy it. And all y'all Jordan motherfuckers, when y'all go buy Jordans, y'all don't question how much those Jordans are. You just get them. Because I could say Jordans are too high. Although I don't buy them. I can afford them if I want to. I rock all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying, that I want. But to me, I still think that they're too high. But that's not because they're Jordans. It's because I'm not going to spend $150, $200 on a pair of tennis shoes. It's not that I don't have it. It's just that I don't see any value in spending that amount of money. So this video is going to cut off at 10 minutes. But let me hurry up and try to get to the end of this. Somebody creates something, that's what they created. If you don't like it, don't shoot them down, don't dog them. If you can't afford it, you just can't afford it. There is no such thing as too high because we set our priorities for the things that we want. So if you want to go live in a house out in Manchester and you can afford it, you can go live out of there. Your constituents may think that that's too much. They may downplay your house or whatever, but that's what you want. That's what you like. And if you can afford it, that's awesome. If you can't afford it, that's awesome too. But don't shoot nobody down about where they are and what they created. Like with my brand, I created my own brand. I facilitate my own brand. I promote my own brand. And I have some people telling me that my brand costs too much. And I'm fine with them. I turn and walk away. Do I feel like it's disrespectful? Yes, it's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful because I put my heart and soul and a lot of hours into what I do. Just like with my personal training. I put my heart and soul and everything into my personal training for my people. Don't shoot down what people at. You understand what I'm talking about? Everybody's here together. Everybody should be trying to make it happen. You should salute everybody that's trying. Because guess what? We're all in the same place. We all broke motherfucking niggas with nothing to offer besides what we can create. So don't think you better than nobody else, because please believe it, you're not. Whatever somebody say, that's what it is. It is what it is. Goddamn.